What's good, leaders? Welcome back to another episode of Newer Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Kyrie Green, and today we have a special guest with us. I talked about this before, but y'all know I'm big on trying to get females on here to show other young individuals that certain fields aren't just pertain to males, or just make the channel more connected to other females. So other females come to the channel, they don't just see a bunch of men sitting and talking, they can feel more connected to another female. So we have another female who's going to come on here, tell us what she does, talk about all the amazing things that she do. Thank you for taking your time out to come talk with me today. Go ahead, let the people know who you are and what you do.
Hello, hey y'all. My name is Asia. I'm 20 years old. I'm an entrepreneur. I have my hair business. I'm a hairstylist, and in the future, I'm gonna have more businesses or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So,
Keep
yeah.
working, all of that will come. So how you been? How you holding up?
Um, I'm pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty good. It's just life, trying to get through it a day at a time. So,
Gotta take things one day at a time. Life throws a lot of curveballs at you.
yeah,
Places a lot of challenges in front of you, and you gotta figure out a way to get around these things in order to keep pushing. But don't try to move too fast. Take
yeah.
things one step at a time.
Hmm.
So you mentioned you're a hairstylist.
Yes.
When we came in contact with each other, I did, you gave me your business page, and I went on your business page, checked you out. It mentions that you're a hairstylist and not just Philadelphia, but also Baltimore.
Hmm.
Um, how does that work out for you, being stationed in two different cities?
So basically, it's some at times it could be a little time consuming, or it could be a little bit repetitive, low key, because I'm traveling back and forth. But I
Mm-hmm.
do have a vehicle, so I drive. But I go to school in Baltimore,
Mm-hmm.
so it's just I have clientele in Baltimore, then I have my Philly clientele. And um, this past semester when I was at school, it was not too hard. Like I drove home a bit
Mm-hmm.
of times, but other times I caught the Amtrak. Are you familiar with
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah,
Amtrak?
I'm familiar with the Amtrak.
I like the Amtrak
I have I
because
have a few people who are either friends or family. They are also in college and they utilize the Amtrak a lot. Or like I'm familiar with a bunch of people who use the Amtrak for work as well.
yes.
Yeah, Amtrak is crazy. I was just I had a business brunch with a guy. He goes by your fave trash man.
Mhm.
And he educated me on just 30th Street Station.
Mhm.
He told me the actual people who owns 30th Street Station.
He knows them.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
yeah yeah he actually is familiar with and knows the person who owns that,
Mhm.
and how their office is directly next to 30th Street.
Oh
So yeah,
wow.
he yeah. I was not familiar with that at all, but we rode past it and he was actually telling me, he's like, yeah, who owns this? I'm like,
No.
no, I'm not
Like
familiar with
why
who
would I
owns
know
it,
who
but
owned it?
yeah, he gave me the whole rundown, how he knows the person who owns it, and yeah, he gave me all of that game.
That's
Um,
nice. So did
so
they establish Amtrak?
I don't now that I'm not too
I'm about
sure.
to
I didn't
say
I
like
didn't
are you
really
still
get into that
alive?
side. I didn't really get into that side, but just like the station itself, yeah, he was telling me all about it.
Okay.
Just 30th Street, the building as a whole.
Yeah.
Um, what got you into like doing hair?
Wow. I feel like okay, I was born with the gift of doing hair
Mm-hmm.
because honestly, I'm a self-taught stylist. So like we was talking earlier about how technology is a big impact in this
Mm-hmm.
generation. So it's like you know how styles get trending or whatever. Whenever
Yeah.
I see a new style, I probably look at TikTok. I don't go to somebody personally and learn how to do it. I look at TikTok, but I feel like being a hairstylist was a self gift. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm just self-taught. So that's being born with it. That's what actually got me into doing hair and like having my hair done. Because when I was little, like I used to get my hair done,
Mm-hmm.
but then my parents would pay for it because like I'm little at the time, probably like 10, 9, 10.
Mm-hmm.
I take my hair out the next week and do it myself. And they would just get mad at me. Like they would just get mad and they were like, why you take your hair out? I'm like, I
Mm-hmm.
want to do my hair. They like, we just paid for it. So, but honestly, I've been doing my hair. I remember fourth grade, I did my hair. Everybody wanted me to do their hair in the
Mm-hmm.
class. Yeah.
I know
It's
that probably
insane.
was a headache for them. Like they pay for you to get your hair
Yeah.
done, and then they turn around, you and took it. I was like, why
Yeah,
would you?
looking
Why
back
would
at
you?
it,
Why would you do that?
looking back at it, it's just like I would be mad if I was a parent too, because
Yeah,
hair costs a lot of money. Like that's
especially now. especially
child.
especially now. The
Mm,
hair, then you got the service. It's
yeah, you gotta pay
it's
for your bundles,
it's
like
crazy. I didn't
Uber.
know. Yeah, I didn't know it was that deep. And when I
Yeah.
heard about it, I'm like, wait, you gotta do what? Like,
Mhm.
huh? Like my sister was telling me about she had to go get the bundles, then go pay to get something for him, and then the
Mhm.
install and all. And I'm like,
Yeah, no, it costs a lot of
what?
money to get your hair done.
Yeah, I
It
didn't
costs a
know.
lot of money for a lot nowadays.
Yeah,
Like it's just too much. But
I was just we were just mentioning on my last episode how yesterday's prices aren't today's prices, and every day the price change on everything.
it does. I
Yeah,
feel like inflation is a crazy thing.
yeah,
Like it's a
it
crazy.
it it causes every yeah it's wild. Well, we're not gonna make this we won't make it too political, but
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
everything yesterday's prices is for sure not today's prices.
I just saw a TikTok about that. They were saying how like you used to go to the corner store with $1 and get like a lot of stuff.
Yo, it's crazy. I just had this
A
conversation
dollar
at
is my
work.
tax.
Just
Like
like $5 back then in the poppy store used to get you like you used to be set. Like you used to be set for the day. $5 ain't gonna get you nowhere.
it's
And he always
not.
talking about like $100 at the market. $100 at the market will feed you for about 2 weeks back then.
Mhm.
Now that's only a day worth of food.
A day,
That's
not even. That's like one meal.
that's
Like
only like it's crazy. It's crazy, and for a lot of us, we've watched like that transition and like, damn,
yeah,
like
it's like
this stuff costs this much now. Yeah,
yes.
it's
Like, I used
crazy.
to be like, I want to be an adult so bad. I want
Yeah.
to grow up so bad. Like
And then you start to realize why, like your parents, you always might tell you, like, yo, like,
slow down. Like
chill out, yo, like slow down, yo,
like
you ain't,
enjoy
you know
your
what?
youth.
Yeah, like no, dead serious.
No, I need to
So
enjoy my youth again. Like everything is so
you
pricey.
still young.
I am
You
still
still
young.
young. You
We
still
are still
young.
young.
I like to say I don't classify anybody as old. But I feel
Yeah,
like your youth really lasts a very, very long
it
time. Even
does.
at 30, I feel like still 40, still young.
I be telling myself I want to be forever young. If I
You
keep telling myself I'm gonna be forever
that's
young.
a from what this is what I've learned from like other older individuals.
Mhm.
They always tell me as long as you like make yourself feel forever like young forever, you'll always be young forever.
Mhm.
Like it's people
It's a
I know
mind
who
thing.
is a mental thing. They always talk about that. It's a mental thing. It
Yeah,
really starts with you.
it do.
You are like you'll be young forever when you feel young forever.
Yes.
So growing up, you talked about how you know you used to braid, your doll hair,
Mhm.
and that's something that like really started, you getting into doing hair.
Mhm.
When did you do you remember your first client?
I probably do. It's probably like a paying client or like a family client, or I don't
Like
remember.
just like your first time you like did somebody else's hair other than your own, like
Um,
paying, non-paying, family member.
I do.
Hmm.
Yes, it's my cousin. I love her so much. Like my cousin, I'm about to actually make a content post with like me starting out of like my journey because I'm not even where I want to be yet, but just like a time check right now. I'm gonna make a little post. But it's my cousin. I love her so much. She always even like so she used to just get like meeks and stuff for to go under her Shayla or whatever. So she used to just pay me for that. I remember I think she paid me like 40 for like 6 braids and it was
Yeah.
horrible braids. Like she was actually so sweet. So
Mhm.
I kind of consider her my first client because then like once I got older and started learning new techniques, I started getting the braid down better. So then
Mhm.
she just used to pay me every
Yeah,
style.
shout out to Cuz, man.
Yes, I
Shout out to
love her
Cuz.
so much.
So,
And I still do her hair to this day.
yeah,
Hmm.
shout out to her, and
And I
she
do her daughter hair too.
see
For
she done bought you some more clients.
low key, cause like I got a hair phone. I don't got my it's in the
Hmm.
car, but I got two phones, so that's my business phone. And she paid that bill, and I just
Hmm.
do her daughter hair. But
Yeah, so, see
about
she done
time to
bought you
start
more
paying me, yeah.
clients.
But
She done bought you more clients.
yes,
So from your first client, your cousin, your first time doing hair like
hmm
somebody else's hair to now, like the most recent person's hair you've done.
hmm
What's like the biggest change that you saw?
okay, and like just in
Like
doing hair,
like in your craft. Like what's the biggest change that you saw?
okay,
And
but
it could be in yourself as well. Like even like are you more motivated to like learn new techniques, like how
Mhm.
to get something done faster?
Okay, so but also like the styles play a part too, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm a versatile hairstylist. I don't just specialize in braids. I do wigs as well. I do sew-ins. I do point. I don't know if you know all the
I'm
different.
not. I'm
I'm
not
about to
familiar.
say, I'm about to say
I've
you
heard of
probably
this stuff, but I'm not sure how none of this stuff
yeah.
work.
Okay. So basically, my cousin, she used to get braids. I
Mm-hmm.
never did no wig on her. Did I do a sew on her? I think I did. I did a wig. I don't remember,
Mm-hmm.
but basically, from her, I saw. But I was younger. I was a little younger, so I can't remember everything I was probably thinking of. But to my most recent client, I feel like my professional, but that's my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna just do a client that was a paying client. Let me
Mm-hmm.
think. All right, so before I went to school, I'm gonna just use. Oh no! I remember this was like pre-COVID. I think I told you pre-COVID.
Mm-hmm.
This was a paying client. I went to her house and stuff like that. I feel like my parting got better, my professional skills got better, my delivery,
Mm-hmm.
my service really improved because I probably used to just mousse them down. I ain't blow dry them or nothing, but
Mm-hmm.
that play a big part in like the technique and how the hairstyle turned out. So I feel
Mm-hmm.
like my professionalism got better, technique, my products, and my space where I was doing here.
Okay.
So
So I'm gonna be honest. I've been coming across like a bunch of people that do hair,
mhm.
nail techs. I feel like this like they like all of that stuff is like starting to really get crazy. Um, for like a younger individual, who's maybe you trying to get in the hair, doing hair,
Mhm.
what's like some tips you could give to them and like get started, help them get started?
Um I would say take your time. Everything like pace yourself. Just really pace yourself and make sure don't I'm not gonna say don't listen to outside sources, but also like if you do listen to outside sources, don't take stuff with a grain of salt. Like don't just take everything they saying and be like, okay, they said do it this way, do it this way. Like at the end of the day, it's your own business. So
Mm-hmm.
pace yourself. Get the right products. Invest in good products. Like it's important to invest because if you don't invest in good stuff, you're not about to have nothing. Like you need a good foundation.
Mm-hmm.
But I told my cousin because my little cousin wants to start her. She was asking me about it. I don't remember what I told her because like every day I grow. So that was like a
Yeah.
while ago. That's like a couple months ago. But
Mm-hmm.
pace yourself. Try to get used to like making content. Like content is a big thing in this generation right now.
It can
Um,
take you super duper far.
it can.
Content is something that if you want to grow your business, it's a must.
It is.
Like you have to post content. Won't nobody know who you are, what you do. They won't know about your business, your hair company, your bundles,
Mm-mm.
none of your service, your product, whatever. If you don't post content, that's
Yeah.
the only way you'll push yourself. Let people know who you are, and that's my content was how we actually came in
Yeah.
contact.
Like.
That's how we. That's how we're here now.
Yep.
Content. It Man, I can't talk about this. It's so many opportunities and
It
doors that it can
is.
open for you.
It is.
Whatever you doing, whatever y'all doing, make sure y'all post your content. Post
Post
your content.
post it and like when you post your content, have content build up. So each day it could just post itself
Yeah.
like scheduling. I tried to do scheduling content. It didn't last long.
Mm.
It lasted like a couple days.
I'll talk about like when you just mentioned content builder.
Yeah.
Before I was doing this thing where I would try to put like make a video every day
Hmm.
and post the video for that day.
Okay.
I realized that it wasn't going to work. And what made me realize that it wasn't going to work was when I actually had to sit down and think, like, yo, every day is different. Some days I may run into things where I just don't have, the time and the space to make the video.
Yeah.
So it's like, if that happens, then
Wait,
I'm,
so you was posting like same day you didn't like
no, like I would make the video, sit down, edit it, post it.
oh like that.
Yeah, like
That's kind
that.
of but hair different. Hair is
It's like
different.
I would do that, but I realized like it just wasn't working because it was days where like I was doing so much. I was still the semester was still going on at the time, so it was times where I would be studying things like that, and
Oh
I just
yeah, no.
yeah. So I realized that
That's how
like
you get burnout.
yeah, I realized that like in order to give myself grace and to make things easier on myself, I had to do like bulk creating content. So it'd be like I would take a couple hours out of a day and sit down, make a bunch of videos, or make like a bunch of clips of a video and just have stuff to post for when I don't have time to, make a video. And then when I did get time, I would make more content. So that way I could just, funnel out that stuff. And that was something that really helped me. And it's crazy. A lot of content creators who I come in contact with on like TikTok and just social media in general, they talk about that. Like sometimes they may not have time every day to sit and post a video, but they got videos from weeks, months ago that they haven't posted that they just made that they're able to just post.
It
Like
be in
they
the
just
dress.
they just talk about I just make a video when I can or make a bunch of videos when I can. So when I am not able to, I got a bunch of stuff that I can post.
Yes.
Um Talk about how, you mentioned how content is like a big thing. So talk about how like content has played a role in getting your business out there.
Okay. So like as of right now, TikTok and Instagram, I don't know if they head and head, but like
Mm-hmm.
when you, I don't know how I say this. Like some days your TikTok can go up, some
Yeah.
days your TikToks just stay stagnant. Like they just don't get no type of views, 200 views. Like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people I've been seeing in my For You page, people stuck in that like 200 view thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but like last summer, I was at a shop. Like I do I'm a home based hairstylist
Mm-hmm.
as of right now, but last summer I had a hair shop or whatever, and I don't know if it was the building, the lighting. Like my views was like nice. Like my views
Mm-hmm.
was nice. So people was texting me all the day, but like at that time I wasn't where I'm at like right now, so I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know how to handle clients, how to really talk to them and stuff like that. So I was taking clients, but I feel like my professionalism got better
Mm-hmm.
as of right now. So like I was just taking clients and stuff like that. But content, it got me like at a nice spot last summer. I had a good run last summer,
Mm-hmm.
but um I got a few hateful comments too,
Mm-hmm.
like because of how not viral, but like how seen the video was.
Mm-hmm.
So content has played a big role on Instagram. So one of my videos just hit like 300K views of doing
Wow,
hair.
that's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy that you mentioned like those, negative comments. With another one of my female guests, we talked about this because she's also a content creator, has a food truck, doing
Mm-hmm.
a whole bunch of stuff. And we talked about just, how when you're doing something, and it's getting noticed a lot, everybody isn't gonna like what it is that you're doing. And there's some
Mm-hmm.
people that they just always got something negative to
Always,
say.
they always gotta say
Yeah, they
so.
always got something negative to say. What's some advice you can give to like a individual who maybe wanna be a content creator, just push their content out, or if they are pushing it out, they're dealing with like these type of things, negative comments and things like that. What's some advice you can give to them to help them navigate through that?
All right, I would say, personally speaking from my experience, all the hate, it really motivates you. It really motivates you. Like you wouldn't be nowhere without the hateful comments. I had saw something the other day that said like the most successful people got hateful comments, but they still they stuff at the end of the day. And if you don't respond to that type of stuff, it won't even affect you. Like that plays a part in life as well. Like um people take your energy. Like people just really take your energy. And once you, I saw something, it was like energy is not shared, it's transferred. Or it was
Mm-hmm.
like energy is just shared. It can't be created or destroyed. Like energy
Is
is just
what's that law? I learned this in high school and in middle school. I believe
oh
it's Newton's law. Energy can't be
no.
created or destroyed. It's
It's
somebody's
something
law.
no.
But y'all know what we talk about.
Yeah, like
Energy can't be created nor destroyed. It's
it can't.
transferred.
It can't.
Yeah.
So like I feel like once you transfer your energy or they transferring bad energy, you know you got their energy now, you up in rage and you
Mm-hmm.
upset now, y'all about to go back and forth. So like once you just get that negative stuff, just like you could look at it and stuff, but don't look at it too long. Don't let it bring you down or bring your confidence down. Cause like most people that hate on somebody or it has nothing something negative to say, they want to be in your position.
Mm-hmm.
Like they like what you're doing because
Yeah.
obviously they watching you.
Then they
So
see they got something to say, so they
yeah,
must.
they took
Yeah.
time out their day to comment on your stuff to try to
Mm-hmm.
bring you down, but it's just making my views go up.
Yeah,
So
it's crazy that
honestly,
you talked about just not engaging in that type of stuff.
yeah.
The book that I was telling you about, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, it talks
Mhm,
about that in habit number one, which is being proactive.
mhm.
And it just talks about, it gives examples of like how people can be reactive instead of proactive.
Okay.
And that was one of them. it gave an example of like somebody cutting somebody off, and
Like in a
you just quit.
driving.
Yeah, driving, somebody cut you off, or they do something crazy, and you just
Mm.
start going off. That's like that's being reactive.
Okay.
Um, and then they gave the proactive side. Somebody do the same thing, you just laugh at it and just going about your day.
Yeah, cause I
And
be. Oh,
just thinking, no, go ahead, hey, go
I
ahead.
would say I saw the TikTok as well. Like TikTok, I feel like TikTok, they be knowing my thoughts. So they put
Mm-hmm.
their stuff on my For You page. So I saw something, it was like, you could have a good day with bad moments, or you could have a bad day. Like a bad moment is make your whole day bad.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you have a good day, you have bad moments, like you
Mm-hmm.
driving, like that's still a good day, but it
Yeah.
just had bad moments in that day. So and when you talked about cutting somebody off, like I used to be like not a hothead, but I just be
Mm-hmm.
react. I be letting people take my energy. Like I'm still working on not letting somebody in the car honking at me, or like just doing something
Mm-hmm.
dumb, making a U-turn in the middle of the street, not rolling my window down and saying stuff like
Yeah,
that.
and you have, ultimately you have a choice, right? When
Yeah.
people do these type of things, you have a choice to give your energy away or keep it.
Mhm.
For me, I'd rather not drain myself by going back and forth with somebody or something that, bro, it's not that deep. Like
Yeah.
it's honestly not, it's not that deep. Like
Yeah.
honestly, I don't even want to feed into it. I don't want to
Yeah.
feed into it. But that book it gave a ton of examples. And it just, when it talked about all the habits, that being the first one was just being proactive, was having an understanding that you are in control of your life. Like every day you have a choice.
Control what you can control.
Can't nobody make you do something. No thing can make, not, can't nobody make you do anything. And it was just saying, how most people would say like, oh, the saying of, oh, that's just how I am, or like their family, their neighborhood, all that stuff play a role in what they just did.
Hold on, can you elaborate on this? You sound a little bit like me. That be me. I be like, that's just how I
No,
am.
all right. So
Like
here, so here, all
elaborate.
right. So here's what the book talked about, right? The book said, it gave the statement of, people would say that's just how I am, right? That
Like they
right
try to
there,
justify
yeah,
it.
they try to justify what it is that they did or what they're doing. That's just how I am, and it's no, that is a
That's not how
reactive
you are.
statement.
Okay.
That's not just how you are. Like, yeah, people like to point fingers at, oh, my family
So
this,
I
my
could use it
neighborhood
be like
this.
I reacted because that's just how I am.
Yeah, hmm.
Wait.
I would say it depends on what it is. Like
Like the
for,
situation.
yeah, it depends on the situation. But even it just talked about the statement itself. That's just how I am, being
Mhm.
like a reactive mindset instead of a proactive mindset.
Okay.
Because habit number one with being proactive was just, it wants everybody to understand they're in control. And it said when you say that statement, you take the power away from yourself and
Mhm.
give it to something or somebody
They can
else.
control me.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you're a lot, like basically if you had a controller to your life,
Mhm.
when you say that statement, you are now handing the controller over
Like
to
that's not just how
whatever
you.
else.
That's how you
Yeah,
are
like
today.
yeah,
Okay.
so it wants it was just speaking about how statements like that, and even those actions, you are handing somebody else the controller to your life. Like even somebody cut you off, or they do something on the road that has nothing to do with you.
Mhm.
You are, you reacting, you've given them the controller to your life.
Okay.
And I like to think about that with a lot of stuff. Like
That's why it
somebody
don't be
do
that
something,
deep.
yeah, like even like a negative comment, I do it a lot as well. Or just comments that just, it has nothing to do with anything that was posted. Like
They
it's
did be
just,
trying to
yeah,
bring you
like it just
down.
be a bunch of stuff, and I'll just be like, man, okay.
Yeah.
like
You
okay,
got it.
I laugh at it solely because when you react to what it is that somebody else is doing, especially when they want to knock you off your square and they can do it successfully, you've now given them the controller to your life. You've
Yeah.
now given them some type of control over
Yeah. They
you.
got your
Yeah,
energy.
you've
Like
now given them some type of control over you. And I like thought about that, and then once I read the book, it gave me a complete, it was full circle. It gave me a complete
you got a
understanding
lot
that,
of
like,
clarity from it.
yeah, like you are in control of everything, and do not hand that control over to somebody else. Because you gotta opt, like you have a choice, and it said this in the book. You have a choice: either you'll control it,
Mhm.
or somebody else or something will control it.
Yeah.
Which, like, what is it that you want to do? Would you
For
want
real.
somebody to be controlling your life, the decisions that you make, or do you want to take control? Yeah,
Mhm.
so that yeah, it was all full circle for that.
Yeah.
And it's just something that I think about like on a day to day basis. Somebody does something that they try. I feel like they trying to get me upset. They
Mhm.
trying to get a reaction out of me, and I just okay,
You
and
don't
I
let
just
them
yeah, just
control
take
you.
it, take a step away, or I just sit there, laugh. Yeah, I just take everything with a grain of salt and try to not let everything get me worked up and things like that. But that book it talks about a lot of great things.
Yeah.
Um, so I want to ask, 5 years from now,
Mhm.
what's like, where do you see yourself? Do you still see yourself doing hair? Do you see yourself venturing out into something else?
Yeah, like we talked about that. I was telling you, like, for me, I don't believe hair is a long term thing.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a tad bit long term, but not too long term. So I'm 20 now. So in
Mm-hmm.
5 years, I'll be 25. Um, in 5 years, I see myself venturing out to a lot of things
Mm-hmm.
actually. Like, okay, I don't know how to say this. Like, I like talking about my plans, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't like talking about them at the same time because a lot of
Okay.
stuff, I don't know if it's like the evil. I don't know. People just be really negative and people can just like talk, not talk you out of things, but like talk down on stuff. And that, it
I
just,
get where you're going. It makes me think about something that I've saw. And it was basically talking about, be careful when you talk about what it is that you want to do or what you're working on.
mm-hmm.
Solely because mentally it does something when you say these things, you put it out into the universe. It internally it makes you feel like it's already done even
Yeah,
before you do it. And also on the other side, the flip side of things, when you share these things with other people, sometimes this is not something that they want for you.
yeah,
So when
yeah.
you put it, you tell these
It'd
tell
be like
people these things and be
monitoring
like, yeah,
spirits.
like things like that. It may like in a way stop you from doing it, or they'll
Yeah.
find I
Like it
know
don't have
exactly what
nothing
you're
to do with
saying.
me. Like I have fully beliefs in myself. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm super confident I could do everything I put my mind to. But like
Mm-hmm.
once you say someone things, some people might be like, "Oh no, I don't want to do this." I don't know. I don't know if it's jealousy or envy, but I don't know. I'm gonna still explain. If
You don't got if you whatever makes you feel comfortable. If you don't want to
yeah, I'm
explain it in
not gonna
full
get
detail,
yeah
you don't got to
too
explain in
into
full
detail,
detail.
but I'm gonna just like share what I want to do in the
Mm-hmm.
future. So 5 years from now, I see myself having multiple vending machines. Like I want to have vending machines with hair care products,
Mm-hmm.
like homemade bundles, stuff like that. Stuff still in the hair industry, but like
Mm-hmm.
not me physically slaving doing hair for X
Ways of
amount of
like
hours.
like passive income.
Yes, passive income, 100%. Also, I'm gonna be graduated college.
Mm.
Inshallah, I'm graduated school already. Also, I see myself getting into real estate. Like I have so many goals for myself. I want to get into real estate, and what I'm in school for is a PA. That's
Mm-hmm.
a physician assistant. So I'm gonna have that. So wait, that's 2 years. So
Mm-hmm.
we in 20. I graduated 27. This is 2025. So that's
Mm-hmm.
2 years. That's 22. Yeah, I'm gonna be graduated PA school. Like my life gonna be
Yeah,
ooh.
talk about. I want to get into that.
What PA
Yeah,
school?
PA school. I'm not really. I've heard of it, but I'm not too familiar with exactly what it is. What exactly is that career path?
So PA school is a physician assistant. A physician assistant is somebody who works under a doctor. They can
Mm-hmm.
like I don't think they could necessarily prescribe you your medication, but like with the overhead of a doctor, you could get prescribed medication. So
Mm-hmm.
because you have a physician, a physician assistant, you don't have to go to school as many years as a physician, but you still making cool cheese. So like,
Mm-hmm.
and plus I'm gonna have other streams of income, and that's just something on the side. So I'm gonna be doing that. And oh wait, no, who said what is it? Wait, basically yeah, they just prescribe medicine under a doctor. Like they just work under a doctor, but
Mm-hmm.
like you don't have to go to school for that many years. Like after you
Okay.
graduate, you do your undergrad, you just do 2 years of that school. It is like pricey though. Like I'm gonna just try to get all the scholarships I can. So
Yeah, I talk about that a lot when it comes down to school. A lot of people talk about finances being like a big thing for them when they go to school.
yeah,
And there's a bunch of scholarship opportunities out here. You just
it's
gotta
so
go get
much
them.
money out here. Like
Yeah,
it's so much. Like the money is printed. Like
you just gotta go get it. You gotta go get it.
you do,
Um,
but
and then you also mentioned you don't have to go to school for as many years. I from a lot of people who I either know who are in like
the
any
medical
type of
field,
medical field or are going
child.
through it right now, or I've heard about. you got to go to school for a lot of years.
You do.
A lot of years. Like I watched this video on like I don't remember the exact name, but it's these people in the medical field and they're a type of doctor who they specialize in brain surgery.
Oh,
Yeah,
neurologist.
yeah, that's what it is. You got to go to school for a long time, and then it talked about how like you gotta have some steady hands when it come down to like doing certain things. Like it was the video in the video they had these instruments. And they had to fold a paper using these instruments. Yeah, you had to fold the
Like a
paper.
big paper
No, it
or
was a small piece of paper. You
oh,
had to fold it a certain way using the instruments, and that was like a test to see if you were able to like
steady
yeah,
hands. They like
work on a brain really, because like the brain is like super complex and like one false move and yeah,
you
it's over.
probably not
Yeah,
about to
it's
wake up. Oh my gosh.
it's over. So like the medical
Mm-mm.
field is a ton of money in the medical
It
field.
is.
And there's a bunch of different routes you can take. You know, in the medical field, you could be RA, all that type of stuff. What is it? What is it? RN.
RN.
I said
Some
RN.
RA
I'm in a RN. A RN.
Could
What
be
is it?
RNA. Wait,
RNA.
yeah, assist like
Yeah, it's a bunch. Like,
it's
I'm
so
not too
much.
familiar with all of it, but y'all know
Yeah,
it's a bunch of different routes you could take in the
it
medical field.
is like,
Too many. I hear
bro.
about a bunch of different new ones about just about every day.
Yes, like
But it's a good field to get in. A good
it's a
field to get
good field,
into.
and I'm not trying to downplay like anything in a medical field because I too want to go into it, but like when you was talking about neurology and stuff like that, you gotta go to the school for X amount of years or whatever. But when you come out, you probably in debt. You probably doing all this stuff like if you don't got scholarships or nothing. So
Mm.
now the money you making your salary that's going back into your debt.
I
Like
mean, in a way, yeah, you would come out in some debt. But here's how I look at it. Cause I
okay, let
did
me see.
after hearing about neurologists and things like that, I did some digging. And
Okay.
they make a lot of money.
All right, maybe not neurology, but other specialties in the field,
Brain
like,
surgeons, they make a lot of money. And if you think
all
about
right,
it,
that's
like,
probably
all
the
right,
highest paying job in the medical
yeah,
field.
like you think about it, like, all right, man, I go to school for 15 years to
Mm-hmm.
learn this thing, right? Get it down pat. I go to school for 15 years. I come out with, I don't know, $400,000 in debt, right?
Mm-hmm.
But your entry salary is 150,000. Just entry. We just gonna put a number out there. Entry.
Excuse me.
And as as you move along, your salary just keep going. You just keep going up.
But you putting stress on yourself. You putting long hours. You probably got trauma from
It'll be.
school. Like,
I feel like if you look at it like we talked about, if you look at it in the long run, it would
okay.
be worth it. Like I my for me, my big thing with going to school was finances. And my brother who goes to Morgan, I was speaking to him and I'm like, man, I'm be honest, bro. If I don't get scholarships to go to school, like I don't know. He's like, man, go try school out, see if it's for you. And he told me what he told me was, don't think about the finances, right? He's like, think about the things that can come out of the experience.
Mm-hmm.
If he was like, you thinking about finances, going into that, all of that stuff, you won't even get close to the experience, connecting with people and things like that,
Cause
all
you
the
just
things you
psyched
will
yourself
learn.
out.
Yeah, and he was like, in the long run you going into that debt could be worth it because you may go to college, connect with somebody who can
They
land
just
you a
pay off
job.
your
Yeah,
tuition.
you never know. So
That's how
even
I think about stuff.
to go to how does that connect with that? Just to say like going through that experience, going into that debt, it may be well worth it.
Mm-hmm.
You may connect with somebody who can find a way to get that debt cleared, and
Literally.
now you then went through all of those years of school. You got an entry level salary of 150,000 by year 3. You making three double that. I mean, it would be worth it.
It
Yeah,
would, but
it would be well worth it.
I
So
disagree and agree at the same time
mhm.
because
Go ahead. I'm open to it.
no, like with that, okay, yeah, that can happen. That could surely happen, but it'd be like a lot of loopholes in that type of stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of loopholes. But what you said, like you could meet somebody and they could do this. That's how I'm looking at my life.
Mhm.
Like I pray I meet somebody that would be like, here, you really passionate about this. Here, you could do this. Like I like what you're thinking, and this pay stuff for me, or like give me scholarships. But
It's a being just connecting with people is something that can take you far. My last guest who I spoke with, and y'all go and see this quote, but he mentioned it's not who you know, is what you know, right?
yeah,
but you better know, like, basically you better know something. And then he talked about just not just knowing people, but also what do they know you for?
Yeah.
Like, what do people know you for? And we after talking about that, we came up with something called, like, we talked about credibility, and we talked about character credit, or something like that. And just, if you know people, and people know you for something, for having good character and things like that, that will take you far. Just like how a credit score can take you far. In the banks, you got a great credit score, they'll give you just about anything. When people know you of a good character,
Mm-hmm.
it works just like that as well.
It does. I
It works
believe
just like
it.
that as well.
Like how generous you are, not how generous. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, not generous. What's the word?
Like,
Genuine. I meant.
genuine, kind, all of that
Yeah,
type
it's
of
really
stuff
your
plays a
character.
role.
It does. Like, a lot of people will do stuff for you just for who you are as a person.
Yeah, that it. Listen, I know that. I
So.
talk about it all the time. People know you a good person. Your character is amazing. Trustworthy. On all of that type of stuff. All of the
Yeah.
stuff that makes you of a good character. They're willing to do just about anything for you.
Yeah.
And those connections can take you very, very far.
Mhm.
So I want to do a segment of something with you, and it's something I do with all of my guest speakers.
Mhm.
It's a segment called Leaders Toolkit.
Okay.
So I want you to give the leaders three things that you feel like they'll need in their toolkit to be successful or see growth what it is that they're doing.
Okay. Well, I'm honored to tell you guys because I'm still learning myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I still take gems from everybody, and I still try to figure out what new things I can learn to be successful for myself. Wait, repeat it again for the leaders toolkit.
So yeah,
Three.
what give three things that you feel like the leaders will need in their toolkit to be successful
Mm-hmm.
or see growth what it is that they're doing.
Like any business,
Like, it
any.
could be, again, it could be like a quote to live by, a mentor, book to read,
Okay.
um, a mind, a mentality, anything like that.
Okay. So three things. I might give y'all five, so no, but
Listen, if you got five, give five.
okay. So like a quote, I would say I live by a lot of quotes. Or I see
Mm-hmm.
new quotes every day that I feel like can impact me in my life. If you're not changing, you choosing. Like, if you're not changing your situation, not changing how you want to be, you're not gonna see growth in yourself at all. Like, I feel like change is a big, big thing you need in life. Like, I love change. I love change, and I change every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people might be like, "Oh, I know her." Like, no, y'all don't know me. I literally, you don't know me.
I came across something that just talked about how the person was speaking about how you have the freedom to reinvent yourself constantly.
Literally,
Like, you can always reinvent yourself. And he just talked about how, like, you can reinvent yourself just about every day if you want. You can wake
every
up
day.
and reinvent yourself like you're a new person. So yeah.
I like that reinvention. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can reinvent yourself. Like, you probably the beginning of this podcast, I'm probably not the same person. Stuff he telling me, stuff we talk
Listen, man.
about, I'm probably not the same person. I'm gonna walk out here a new person. Like, reinvent yourself.
Uh-huh.
Second thing, a book I would say to read. Well, when we was talking about books and stuff, I
Mm-hmm.
haven't finished no books yet. I'll be honest with y'all. It depends on like what you want to get out of life, or like it's a lot of books out here. Like, it's so much knowledge and like power in books. Like, you could learn. Like, y'all probably on your phone trying to learn or read a book. Like, pick up a book, but
Pick up
uh,
a book, an audio book, all that. For me, I'm more of I need a physical book in my hand. I
yes,
tried to get in audio books, but I'm be honest, I couldn't do it.
you're not focused.
I'm not as focused. Like, I
Yeah,
might be listening to the book, moving around, then I forget.
yeah,
I'm not really. I gotta have the book in my hand, sit there and
yes,
read. I love having a book in my hand, being able to read it.
I do.
But yeah, just it's so much knowledge in books. And books can help you like get like super far.
It do.
I wasn't really too into reading. Well, early on I was, but it was more so like comics. Like, you ever heard of Big Nate? It's
No.
a comic series.
Oh yes,
Is
when we
it?
was little.
It's
Oh
a comic. It's a
yes.
comic series. A comic series called Big Nate. And I've read majority of the books.
Was it like a
Um,
graphic novel?
yeah, it was a
Okay.
graphic novel. And
I feel like
I
I find
loved
myself
it.
with graphic novels more than when I was younger. I found myself in the graphic novels more because
Yeah,
like it's a picture that I'm
yeah, it
reading.
was. I love Big Nate. To this day, I still have some of those books from that, like the Big Nate collection. But recently, once I got back into reading, I realized like how much information is in a book. Like I find myself on my free time just going into the library, going to like self help, business, or anything like that, those type of sections, and just picking up a book, opening it, or reading the back of it, figuring out what it's about, and skipping through a few pages. But it's so much power in books. Like I've learned
Yes.
so much from books, expanding my vocabulary, changing my perspective on so much. And it kind of like sucks when I ask people, like I ask a lot of people, like, yo, you read or reading books, and like, I don't read.
Yeah,
I'm
they be
like,
like
yo,
really
like
like
you missing out on so much. Like you missing out on so much. Like even if you can't get into the physical realm of like reading a book, you can't hold a book. Try audiobooks. Like I know a bunch of people who listen to audiobooks, but just reading the practice, it does something. Like it does something for you. And you can learn so much.
yeah, a lot of people be opposed to books, but I mean, I never really asked nobody. They said like, "Oh, do you read?" Because I feel like they answer. I'm not gonna lie, like I be assuming a lot about other people, like about how they think. I don't know if I could ask my friend like, "Do you read?" They gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I want." I don't know.
It's
Let's
crazy
not get
you
into
mentioned
that,
you
but
mentioned that the book that I'm reading right now,
the teens one.
yeah, it talked about that, right? The assumption, right?
hmm
And it used the word prejudice, right?
hmm
And it broke the word down. I believe it was in habit number 2, if I'm
hmm
not mistaken, which was begin with the end
Dang,
in
I hit the
mind.
first hit, but the second hit, like you said, I wrote the book,
It was
but.
like yeah, the second habit is beginning with the end in mind. It wasn't the second habit, and it talked about just how breaking down prejudice. It was like when you break it down, what you get, it was like prejudge, right? So it
hmm
was like people would assume something about others before they even know something,
hmm
but or list them, give them titles and things, but
hmm
that's prejudging somebody.
Yeah,
And then you may get to know somebody, have a conversation with them, and they're the total opposite. And
yeah,
then it went down and talked about just like not falling victim to the labels that people may give you.
yeah,
For example, in a book that talked about somebody may label somebody as lazy,
yeah.
and that's just how somebody perceives you, but you're not. You're far from lazy. You
They
doing
running
a
with their
lot.
own
Yeah, like
narrative,
they run it with their own narrative, and they talked about this, not falling victim to all of that stuff. So
yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna always talk about this book. I recommend this
I
book
know
to
that's
just
right.
about just about anybody or any book that I read, or even if you connected with me and you want the book from me, I more than welcome to give you the book. But it will have my annotations in it
I was
because
about to just say that. Do
yeah, I
you
read
annotate?
I read all of my books with a highlighter and a pen.
Yeah, I use a pen. I use a colored
Yeah,
pen,
I
but
use I read all of my books with a highlighter and a pen, and each time I go through and if I read it multiple times, each time I go back and I add more annotations. But I read as a way, for myself, but I also want to have like a library of my own where I'm able to, give other lend other books out, lend the books that I've read out to people with my annotations. They can go and make their own annotations, and people can just get learn things from me, whoever else have read the book, the whole nine. So yeah,
yeah,
reading is definitely something that I feel like just about everybody should get into, especially if you're
everybody
a business
should.
owner, entrepreneur. You gotta read. You're gonna have to read. You're gonna have to read contracts.
No, for
You're gonna have
real.
to read contracts. You're gonna have to
It's
read a
really
lot of
essential.
emails.
Like reading
Reading
is
is
just
essential. We
it's
all we all read every day. Like we,
yeah.
we read every day. Reading is an essential
You
practice
know
of life.
something else I saw. I'm gonna still give you all the rest of the tools, but something else I saw. I be watching. Well, I told you I watch
Hmm.
podcasts. So it was from a podcast. It's ladies. I don't know if you're familiar. Their name is Poor Minds. Ever heard of Poor Minds? They getting
All of
bigger.
this stuff sound real
They
familiar.
had a lot of guests on their podcast that's
Hmm.
like big people. But they look, remember we was talking about you gotta be years into this stuff.
Hmm.
Like they was years and like they've been doing this stuff for like 5, 6 years and what they fifth year they really on the
Took off.
yeah, so but I forgot. I don't know who was on their show. I think okay. Another podcast I
Hmm.
watch is the Vow and Kadeem. You ever heard of them?
I feel like if I see it, I know it, but I
Okay,
really feel like I've
actors,
heard
I'm
of
gonna
all of
show
this
you
stuff.
them, but
Mm-hmm.
basically, Deval, he actually plays in Tyler Perry's one of the shows.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Sisters. You ever heard of Sisters by
Yeah.
Tyler Perry? But he's like the main character. Anyway, I feel like he's a very well articulate person. I feel like I could learn so much from him. Like,
Mm-hmm.
remember how we were saying that like we have a connection with somebody, but we don't know them. I
Yeah.
feel like with him, I have a connection with him
Yeah.
because I learned so much from him. But basically, they was saying that everybody on social media is in the same class. But when we was in school, you know how they separated
Mm-hmm.
people from like, oh, you might be a little bit slower, you can't pick up on this level that these
Yeah.
kids could. We on social media, we all on the same platform, like we on the
Mm-hmm.
same level. So
Yeah.
everybody just in the same. What the?
Everybody's classified. Everybody's put in the same class instead of being broken down into different
Yes. So we.
different learning spaces.
Yeah. So we talking to people who probably not as knowledgeable as you, but
Mm-hmm.
we don't know. But that's basically what I
Yeah.
was saying. Like everybody on the same class,
Mm-hmm.
basically on social media, but. That's basically what I was saying.
Yeah. And what's the third tool that you would give?
Basically, it's another quote. But it probably play into like if you're not changing, you're choosing. You gotta be comfortable with being uncomfortable, like in life.
Mm,
Like you really gotta be. I tell myself that every day. You gotta be comfortable with being uncomfortable because you just need to change sometime. If you're gonna keep being comfortable and stagnant, you're not gonna get nowhere you want, like at all.
from what I've
Like.
learned from watching all of the videos that I watch, podcasts, I came across something and it talked about how if you want to be successful, whatever you would classify that as, there will be discomfort. There will
Yeah.
always be discomfort. There is no progression in being comfortable. You
Mm-mm.
don't see any progress when you're comfortable. For fitness is big right now, so I'm going to use fitness
Mm-hmm.
as an example. You will not see any progression, with your health and with your body if you're not putting yourself in the gym and going taking yourself through the fire, taking
Yeah.
yourself through that uncomfortability. You will not see any progression with anything that it is that you want to do if you stay comfortable.
Yeah.
In order to get anywhere, you have to go through discomfort, whether it's physical, mental, all of that stuff matters. You have to go through that phase or a year, whatever. You have to go through some form of discomfort in order to get somewhere.
Yeah.
You can't get anywhere without going through discomfort. You won't, because even when you get there, you'll still be
You be too
uncomfortable.
comfortable,
Yeah.
right? You
and,
gonna be
and
like,
especially
what?
even if you get somewhere you want to continue to grow, you have to be
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
you gotta find new challenges, face new challenges
Yeah.
every day, cause that's like in that process you learn yourself too. You
Mm-hmm.
learn what you like, you learn what you don't like. But then it's like, oh, I reached another barrier. Let me
Mm-hmm.
do this. Back to uncomfortability. So.
Being uncomfortable in situations and learning how to navigate through it,
Mhm.
you learn a lot about yourself.
You
And a
do.
lot of the times, depending on the situation, you gotta self-reflect.
Yes.
Like, it puts you in a space of like, all right, damn, I gotta really think about, is this something that I want to do? Is this something that I like?
Mhm.
You gotta think, you gotta really dig deep down into yourself and figure out a lot of stuff in order to navigate through a lot of these challenges. And a
Mhm.
lot of the times, the challenges that especially on the entrepreneurship side of things, a lot of the challenges that we face are all mental.
Mhm.
A lot of the like a lot
I
of the
learned
lot
about
of the
that in my
yeah,
book.
a lot of the
Remember?
stuff that we face are like mental. Like I said in my last episode, we are our greatest enemy.
Mm.
And a lot of the times as entrepreneurs, we stand in our own way. Like we
Yeah.
were we were talking about, people not really being open to just trying different things, especially when they're building, their business, they're building their product, service, whatever.
Mhm.
We stand in our own way of that.
Yeah.
We allow all of the outside stuff that don't matter to stop us from doing something.
Yeah, you probably hear
Like,
something,
and I
get
talked
their
about this on
advice.
another episode. I was saying how when I first started making videos and stuff, I would allow like the thought of everybody watching me stop me from making a video. And I took time one day to really set up the camera and sit down and really watch, like really see how many people was like really paying attention to me making a video. And I could really count on one hand how many people were like looking or like just sitting there just wondering what's going on, but
You
they just
probably just didn't
curious.
want them to judge you or something.
Yeah.
It's the fact about being judged.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be my whole thing too as well. Like when I be posting content, like if I do voiceovers or something, I'm like, dang. Like I like my voice,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't like hearing this. I'm like, dang, I wonder what.
That's the big thing with a lot of people.
Yeah, but I don't want to keep hearing my voice. I wonder what they gonna think about my voice. But I just be
All of
like,
that stuff
it
don't matter.
because it
The
only gets
opinions of
me
other
further.
people.
It only gets me further. Like that's a big thing with entrepreneurship. You can't really be like too worried about what the next person think about
Yeah,
you
the opinions
because
of other people doesn't matter, especially the negative opinions. Like
yeah,
it's okay to get constructive criticism, but a lot of the times people aren't out to give you constructive criticism. They're just criticizing you.
yes,
Like it's one thing
that
to
was a good
say,
point.
yeah, like it's one thing to say like, all right, I don't like how, you know, you did this. I feel like you should go about it this way instead of this way.
Also with that, I feel like people could give you like constructive criticism, but it's this no, they'll give you criticism, but it's disguised as constructive
Yeah,
criticism.
it
Like
is a whole thing with that, but everybody isn't out to, you know, give their opinion for the betterment of you and your business, whatever it is that you got going on. So be mindful of the, you know, the opinions that you get from other people and what you really, you know, consume. The
yes,
opinions that you consume, because you can listen to everybody's opinion, but you don't have to consume all of their opinions and
you
try to
don't.
critique all of this different stuff, because a lot of the times it's not really for the betterment of, you know, what you got going on.
Yeah, that's like taking somebody advice. Like they could give you advice all day. You don't have to take it. Like we say, like take it with a grain of salt. You don't have
Mm-hmm.
to take the advice. You could listen, but sometimes the advice not might be what you need to hear, or
Mm-hmm.
might be advice for the next person. So,
Exactly. So off camera we were talking about mentors.
mm-hmm.
And you mentioned one of your mentors. Talk about how, you know, your mentor has played like a major role in, you know, business or just life in general, with helping you grow every day.
No, I said I want a mentor. I don't have a mentor.
You mentioned what was it?
Grant Cardone.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not my. Oh, I don't know him personally. Okay, that could be my mentor.
Even I always tell everybody a mentor can be somebody you know personally, somebody you watch like
Okay.
me. One of my mentors is Wallow.
Oh,
I,
yeah, we did talk about that. Like, I never thought about it like
uh-huh.
that, like not knowing them personally. Okay, we could say that's my mentor. Wait, can you repeat the question again?
So how has like a mentor, or I even say it like this: how has a mentor or somebody that you know you watch and you take advice from, how have they played a role in your life? You know, with helping you grow every day.
Okay, I would say so. My mentor, the person I like take advice from or watch his videos, he typically just talks about his business in real estate, but he also does give life lessons. Some I took from him was let me think, cause he be talking about money a lot and like
Mm-hmm.
finances. Like I like learning about that. Okay, I use this money. Talk
Mm-hmm.
about like money. Like money is just paper. It's just something we add value to. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
just paper. It's literally paper, but it's something we need in life. So he said like money is just a tool to get around and get where you need to go. So every time I spend money, I just think of that. But it's a tool. It's getting me here. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's going to come back. Like I don't really have that mindset. It's going to come back. I just think of it like it's a tool. So I
Mm-hmm.
use that in my everyday life. Like money is just a tool. It's like it's something we like glorify, but it's literally just a tool. Like if we take all that value from it, it's just paper. So
I'm glad you mentioned that. I'll use my mentor, my brother.
mm-hmm.
Um, in his interview that he did, he talked about, he was asked, you know, money and you know glorifying and things like that and valuing it, and he always talked about he doesn't value money itself. He
Mm-hmm.
doesn't care about, you know, the money.
Mm-hmm.
He values what it is that he can do with it.
Yeah.
How he is able to, you know, take care of his family, his loved ones. How he is able to help out, you know, his community and things like that. He
Mm-hmm.
values what it is that he can do with money,
Yeah.
not money itself.
Yeah. Like it's literally a tool.
Yeah, and
Literally.
then another thing, I watched how someone was speaking about. I feel like I was just having this conversation with somebody as
Mm-hmm.
well. We were just saying it's nothing but energy.
What money?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Cause we
nothing but
transfer it.
it's nothing but energy. Like, and to think about what we were just saying, how you know is, energy is transferable. If you think about money, is just constantly recycled. Like it will
That's
always
why
just
it's
keep
so
being recycled.
dirty.
Yeah,
Like every time I touch money, I just use
it's
hand
constantly
sanitizer.
recycled. And if you think about it, in
Man,
a way, I had to really sit down and think about it and dissect it. Like money is energy, and I thought about it. I'm like,
because we like
how
really
could
transferring
yeah, money can be energy in
even
a way.
digital,
Yeah,
even digital,
exactly,
transferring energy.
exactly.
It's really a tool. Like it's such a tool. Like I like what you said about your brother.
Hmm.
He don't value money. He just value what it could do to him.
Yeah, he doesn't value. He never valued the money itself. He valued the things that he can do with it. Being able, yeah, just being able to take care of the ones that he loved, the people around him, all of that type of stuff. The money itself was never really a big thing. It was the things that he can do with it. And even now, I had to think about it like that. I don't glorify money or value that. I value the things that it can do for the people around me, and the things that I would be able to do with it. Being
Hmm.
able to have a nonprofit and programs that can help out the community and things like that. That it needs money,
Yeah,
but I don't value the money. I value the programs and things like that that will be able to help out the community. And then like another thing, people they start things and they do things and they be like, you might ask them like, what are you doing for? I'm doing it for the money.
right.
um the money, I always say, the money will come. You have to
Yeah,
go along the journey, find something that you're passionate about, and just put in the work, and the money will follow.
it
And
will.
that also goes back to what I was just mentioning, how they said money is energy. If you take time out to perfect the craft, constantly learn about something that you love to do, and you just put in the work,
It's
you
gonna
give energy into
unfold.
putting in the work, the money
Yeah.
will follow.
It would.
And
That's what I had to do. Like the other day, I had to stop. Not idolizing money, but just like thinking about it. Like, oh,
mhm,
I need to do this because I want money. I want
mhm,
money. No, I had to like take that aside. I prayed about it. I'm like, just show me how good it could get. Like,
mhm,
let me put my time into this and put my time into my craft, and
mhm. All of that stuff will follow.
it will. And it did. It literally did. Like a few weeks ago, now I'm like booked up for the month of
Yeah,
August. Like,
look, it all comes full circle when you sit down and think about it.
yeah.
So I want to ask, what's like one of the biggest challenges that you face with like being a hairstylist, and how did you overcome it?
I feel like the biggest challenges I faced. I'm not gonna say they was like super big, but I did have a few challenges I faced, and I was just like, dang, like this happened to me.
Mm,
Cause like I try not to think about the good. I feel like also when you try to like think about something negative, it tends to happen more so. So I just like pray for like I pray over my business, and I
mm,
just pray about it. But some challenges I faced. This was like back freshman year. Some girl she tried to took my ripped her hair out. She tried to get her money back, but I didn't give her money back because
mm,
I knew I didn't rip out your hair. So that was a challenge I had to face. Like people um just trying to put bad on my business,
mm,
like because I'm really this is really my business. It's something I get my money from.
mm,
So that was a challenge I faced. Like, and I had to like cheer with her for the rest of the year. So I had to see her every day. So that was a challenge, like trying to get her money back and stuff like that. Just trying to
mm,
downplay my business, I would say. Another challenge I faced with my business, it was another incident at college. Some girl tried to like bash me on the internet about my business. So
mm,
it was a challenge I had to overcome. I really didn't have nobody to turn to but my friends, but they're
mm,
not entrepreneurs themselves, so they didn't know how to go about it. And I'm telling them about it. I'm not gonna say they made it worse, but they made it worse in a sense.
mm.
Like it was just a lot. Like
they weren't able to really relate to it in a way and
yeah,
understand like how you want to go about it, or point
yeah.
you in a
And
direction
we
to
all from
understand,
Philly, so you
yeah,
know the
how to go.
demeanor Philly has. They from Virginia. They probably like, oh my god, these girls are so mean. Like they're so mean. They was saying stuff to the girls. So I
Mm,
feel like a challenge. That was a challenge with my business because she was just like trying to bash me because she did hair as well. So the girl
mm,
hair I did, she was a hairstylist herself. But I feel like she was being messy and like being envious because like I did have more followers than her at the time. I don't know. I don't check her page, but I had some more followers of her, and I could see her on her phone. She was texting somebody like, "Oh yeah, she do this, like." oh, I don't like the way she set this up, but her brightness was all the way down. Like, girl, I could see what you was saying, but at the time, I'm a genuine and nice person, so I ain't like, oh, girl, get off my chair. I'm not doing your hair. I just finished her hair. I did my best as I could, and then she went back and tried to get her money back. That was a challenge, but I feel like that was all for the better because now I know how to go about the situation if that was to happen again. Like, it built me up. Like, it gave me game in a sense. Like, I know what to do, what not to do now. Now I handle my business a different way, and it's just helping me. Another challenge, I would say, really, it's not like a challenge I had to do, but it is like satisfying people because at the end of the day, I'm providing a service. So like with satisfying clients, that's where books come into play with me. Yeah. I need to read about how to get better. Like, not necessarily go to somebody for advice, but just read about it. But so
that plays a major role, especially in your field. Everybody, like, you have to figure out a way to satisfy each one of your clients because what you may do for one person, it may not work for the next.
Yeah, and they all get in different styles.
Yeah, it may not work for the next, and some people, they might value one thing that you do more than the next person. Somebody may value something else that you do. So you got to figure out, how can I satisfy each and every person that comes into this chair.
Yeah.
And figure out a way to make sure when they get up out this chair, a smile on their face, they want to come back, and they're, going to other people saying, hey, I got this hairstyle, she does my hair amazing, offers this service. Yeah, and they, talk good in your business, and bring other people back.
I feel like with doing hair, I just try to like be the best I can be, like show up as my best self every time I do hair so I can get returning clients. Like, I try to provide them a great service. I try to look like how to improve my business every day.
So for someone out there who's they want to start doing hair, and they're working on like a budget. Well, I just say somebody has like a $500 budget, right?
To get started
to get started, products and things like that. What's like some products that you could recommend?
Okay. Okay, another thing with hair, it's a versatile industry. Like, so like, is it geared towards braids, wigs, or
I'll say I feel like braids is like something that would be like a bit, yeah. I would say, we gonna say braids. I feel like that's general. I feel like wigs is a bit complex.
It is.
Solely because of all the stuff I'd heard about wigs and all the stuff you gotta do.
All right.
We gonna say braids.
All right, with braid. If you want to be a braider starting up, I would say, you said $500 budget. Okay.
Or even if it's not something like that they gotta spend money on, it could be somewhere where like they trying to learn how to, better their craft. It could be, somebody a video they could watch on YouTube, something just to help them get started, and also project them on a path to like being able to, grow their business.
Okay, so with braids, I would say, honestly, I don't know, because I never purchased the ebook myself, but ebooks are a big thing right now. So, I mean, you could purchase an ebook course, because I'm not going to say they necessarily pricey. They probably like run for $100, $75. So, they still got their budget, or?
No? They can still have a $500 budget.
That's boom. Not quick math. Okay, I think that's $425.
We're gonna put it in between. We'll cap it at $80. We'll just say $80.
That's the ebook.
$80 is the ebook. We're gonna meet somewhere in the middle between 75 and 100. So now you down to $420. At the you got
okay, so they still got okay.
Got $420. So we just gonna say I'm the person.
I thought you said they only had $100.
Yeah, no, they got $500 to start with. I bought the ebook. What do I do next?
Okay. No, we're gonna say they was 75. So they had 420. They had 425. They had 425.
All right, 425. Call it
so you got your little braider ebook, and I feel like in an ebook they might display to you everything you need to do a braided hairstyle or do a head or whatever. So they're gonna tell you the right gels and stuff. Okay, say it's my ebook. Something like that.
Yeah, we're gonna look at it like it's your ebook. Okay. And I purchased your ebook.
Yes.
What products I need to go out and get? Where do I I don't know what I'm doing. What products with gel?
Okay, you a new braider. Hey, how you doing? Make sure you have a clean space. I would say, all right, you at 425. You already got my ebook. All right, now you need say you want to work out your house. You want to be a home based stylist. You could get Get a nice chair. A chair already like $100, $120 or whatever. All right, get a nice chair. Make your client feel comfortable. Like when I as an entrepreneur, I really love. I'm not trying to contradict myself, but I love being comfortable, but not like comfortable when it comes to stuff I want to do. So being comfortable while you're getting your hair done, you need a nice chair so your clients will feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you already got a TV and everything. You got a TV, get yourself a little Fire Stick or Roku stick or whatever. Make sure your clients feel at home while you're doing their hair.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say since you starting off you need a snack cart and all that because I do have a snack cart, but if you have some money left over, you could get your little snack cart or whatever.
So a couple bags of chips, some candy or something, water, little refreshments. Okay.
I would say invest in a great light as well. A great light, like a light ring light, little studio square light, so you can see what you're doing. Cause that place lighting, you need lighting when you're doing hair. So you got your chair, you got your, you know what? Scratch the snacks real quick.
Hold off on the snacks. Make it a little down the line.
All right, so you got your hair. Combs not that pricey, not whatever. Get yourself a few combs. I would say you need about 8 combs to start. Get 8 combs not that much. You probably spend like $25 on combs if you're getting 8 combs. If you're getting good combs, the one that had the little space in between before you part. You need yourself a couple clips or whatever. All right, now we get into the gel. I would say invest in a good braiding gel. It's so many braiding gels out here. Like it's a lot. So
I can only think of that because when I go in the hair store to get me brushes and picks for my beard, and I go through like the section, and I look, I be like,
so many
yo,
products.
what? Like it's a bunch you can choose from. Like too many.
There's so many products. So
in a way, I'm gonna be honest, not to cut you off. I don't see how y'all can go in there and navigate like what to get. Cause I'd be overwhelmed just walking past all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, damn, like,
and then they have it set up so pretty, so now you stuck.
Yeah.
Like, but I've been in a hair store and I was just checking my Apple Wallet. I've been in and out the hair store. I think that's when I first got my phone. Like I see so many transactions. That's why the hair store know me so well. Like what? I'm in there buying like I be spending so much money in the hair store because I get distracted by all the nice
they
stuff.
They see you real often.
They know me, like, hey baby, hey, baby. Like, y'all know me.
Yeah.
But I would say get a good gel. Some gels I would recommend is I braid with Pink Lemon braiding gel. So Pink Lemon, they have they sell bundles. They probably known for their bundles. Like, and I've been not to sound like that, but I've been on their bundles. Like in high school, I've been on their bundles before they start going viral on TikTok. I've been on their bundles. So I know their bundles went up though since they got bigger, whatever, their bundles went up. But you know them as the they sell hair. So I use Pink Lemon braiding gel. That's a good braiding gel for me. But everybody has different hair textures. So you can use Meat conditioning braiding gel. That's a green jar. They got like a dark green top. I would say those two, they could start you off the braiding. And you're not supposed to do this in the hair store, but open the jar, see what consistency it has. I do that. You're not supposed to, but I do that. You got your gel. Get some good mousse. Get you some spritz. So I don't know what you at now. Probably
we gonna say you at all that stuff. I know that's running some money. We said a TV.
No, they already got their TV.
All right, well we got the TV.
You got your TV. You got your get a fire stick. My fire stick is only like $50. Like you be
fire stick. We gonna say they down to 200.
All right, you at 200. You got so including that 200. I'm gonna add your spritz. So you got your braiding gel, your combs, your spritz. You got you some clips. Get like a little hair cape. Some people, I feel like you should get a hair cape. I prefer a hair cape when you're getting your hair done. I prefer that. Get you a cape. You could buy that at the hair store. Get you some. You might, if you don't have a blow dryer, you gotta purchase a blow dryer. And I say invest in a good one. So,
I know blow dryers can be expensive.
Yes, I would say I use a baby list blow dryer. So I would say get that. And if you provide braiding hair, so me, I typically provide braiding hair for my clients. So I feel like it all comes down with your prices as you providing your service. If your services is a little pricey on the pricier side, provide braiding hair. So I think that's basically it. You got your good gel and also your technique. You gotta invest in yourself. So I hope the ebook helps you. I hope it helps you. Like, you gotta invest in yourself. Like, you can have all these products and still probably not like your outcome of your hair,
Mhm.
but it takes time. So
And over time, you'll get it down.
yeah, so I feel like I gave you a good little starter kit. If I
Yeah,
didn't, just let
that's
me know.
starter kit. That's starter kit for y'all. You want
Drop
to get
questions
started?
if y'all have
Yeah,
it.
you want to get started. You know, braiding hair. Yeah, that's starter kit for y'all.
Yes, from my
Um,
perspective.
what's one thing that you wish you would have known when you first started doing hair?
um, I would say looking back at it now, the hair industry, braiders get a lot of hate. But I'm a versatile hairstylist. Like I do wigs and stuff too, but braiders get a lot of hate. I would say
Mhm.
nobody prepared me because I really didn't go to nobody, but I just do hair because Asia know how to do hair. So I
Mhm.
would say braiders get a lot of hate, and it's like you really gotta take everything with a grain of salt. I just wish I would have known that you can't satisfy everybody. Um, you will have some good days, some bad days. Sometimes you might not like the outcome of your client here, but they will like it. So
Mhm.
like, don't beat yourself up about certain things. Like, control what you can control. Like, what else? I wish I would have known that your feet gonna hurt. You gonna have some feet pain. Like, I kind of known it, but like, also back to your starter kit. Get a little chair for you to sit on. Like, this might be a client. Get a chair so you can sit
Mhm.
down because you're gonna be on your feet a lot. I wish I would have known you would get body pain from it. Like some days, well, I don't have arthritis. I'm
Mhm.
not trying to wish that on myself. No, I don't have arthritis. My hands be fine, but my feet just be getting swelled up. So
Mhm.
wish I would have known that. What else I wish I would have known? People be envying you, like people just be envy. Like people not gonna support you. That's one of the things. Like
Mhm.
people are not gonna support you. Like, and don't beat yourself up about that. Like that's has something to do with them. They going
Mhm.
some people gonna support you, others not.
Mhm. Definitely.
And like pace yourself. Like don't see somebody doing something and be like, oh, I want to be big as them. Like they might be their year 6 and you on your year 1, you're in year 2. Like
Yeah.
you're not gonna be on their level. So just pace yourself when it comes to this stuff.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a clip of this podcast. And his brother was saying how his brother told him to be patient.
Mm-hmm.
And his brother told him the reason is to be patient is because we a lot of times we get caught up seeing other people and what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Listen, your time is coming. They not better than you. They just got there before you."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Just keep working. You gonna get there, and when you get there, you gonna outshine everybody."
Yep. Be
So
patient.
whatever it is that y'all doing, if you feel like somebody just came out of nowhere doing and they here, trust me, all it I just was telling we was just talking about this on the last episode. We're all unique. Everybody has a talent.
Mm-hmm.
Just because somebody else get to somewhere before you doesn't mean they're better than you. They just got there before you. Keep working
Yeah.
behind the scenes, doing what you gotta do. When you get there, you get your foot in the door, you get that one yes, because that's all it takes is for something to
Yeah.
happen once. Everything gonna change and you gonna outshine everybody. So keep
Mm.
working.
Cause everybody got the same 24 hours. It's
Mm-hmm.
what you decide to do with your 24. Like, look what we doing. We trying to help people. Like everybody got their same
Listen,
24. Like
definitely. Everybody got the same 24. It's how you
so
gonna use it.
yeah, I feel like that's really wish I would have known. I see stuff every day about like Brayton, but
Mm.
like we talked about before, constructive criticism. It just like no the energy journal. We talked
Mm-hmm.
about the energy stuff. Like if you allow that to beat yourself up or bring you down, I don't know what to tell you. Like just don't let that stuff get to you. So like I see stuff about braiders every day in day out,
Mm.
but I don't respond to them because now I'm giving them my time, giving them my
Yeah.
energy. So
Mm-hmm.
that's probably wish I would have known. I
Now
like
before we
braiding.
wrap up, I want you to give the leaders something to keep them pushing through all of the tough times. Maybe they may be at a point where like they want to stop doing what it is that they're doing, they want to give up. What's something that you can give to them to keep them going? Maybe a quote, uh, excuse me, a book to read, mentor, or something.
I would say like a little mentor, somebody I watch. They are a little older, but I feel like I get a lot of game and a lot of knowledge from them. The V, bro, the Deval and Kadeen. I talked about them, but Deval and Kadeen, like Deval when he speaks, like he opens up like my mind. Like he's just really knowledgeable and like from his perspective when he looks at certain things, I'm like, dang, he changed my perspective. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's a very open person. I like to hear him speak. I learned a lot from him. To keep going, like I don't know, like can you give me like a little scenario, they situation, they just want to give up.
So like we gonna use like a bit of entrepreneur for example.
Mm.
Entrepreneur, everything a slow season comes and they like, man, it's slow. I feel like things just not going my way. I'm ready to just stop.
Mm.
Or like somebody they're on a career path, they feel like they just had a roadblock, they not seeing any progression, or they feel like they're not seeing any progression. They feel like they just pretty stagnant what it is what they're doing, so they're like, man, I'm just gonna step away from it.
All right, I would say I could relate to that one because like you get slow seasons. I believe you could get a slow season with anything you're doing, like clothes, whatever. So I had a slow season with breeding. I didn't want to give up or nothing. Like, I feel like I would never give up. Like this is my passion. This is something I'm passionate about. But
Mm-hmm.
you just gotta like look at the bigger picture. It's bigger than you. Like your time gonna come. Your clients gonna come. Everybody gonna need to hear them. Well, with breeding, but with anything, everybody's gonna need something in this life. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you can't just give up and throw it all away. Like you work. I don't know how long y'all put the work in for it, but everything like whatever you put into something, you're gonna get the outcome. So like
Mm-hmm.
just keep think of the bigger picture when you're doing stuff. And if you don't have a passion behind about the craft you're doing, it's probably not for you. Then, like, if you don't have no passion, and if you're that quick to give up with something you put so much time into, it's not for you. So, like,
Yeah.
try to find something else to go to. So
Mm-hmm.
just look at the bigger picture. Just pray about it. I'm big on like praying and religion and like the universe and stuff, like energy. So just pray about it.
Yeah.
Always pray about it, and your time will come. And you're not doing it for nothing.
Keep your faith. We
Yeah.
a lot of the guests they talk about faith playing a role in everything that they do, and just in general, you hear a lot of people talk about faith plays a role in getting them to where they are, or
Mm-hmm.
has gotten them through hard times and things like that. Your faith plays a major role in everything that you do. And it will get you through just about anything. So make sure y'all keep your faith. Thank you for coming to talk with me today.
You're welcome.
I hope that anybody who tunes in can learn from this. Whether you want to start hair, you're a business owner, this conversation can help just about anybody out.
Yes. I hope I gave y'all some good games, some good like this was my first time, so like
Listen, first time I'm gonna be honest, I thought you would have did one of these before.
thank
I thought
you.
you did one of these before. A lot of people
No.
who came on here for the first time, they've been a bit nervous or they
Hmm.
felt a bit nervous. I didn't feel like you were nervous.
Oh no. I just love talking. I really hope I gave y'all some gems,
No,
some
you
games.
gave out some gems.
Okay.
You gave out some gems. I just hope that now after they watch it, if they don't know which products to use or where to start, they
Yeah.
run to the hair store,
Please.
go get the products, and they do what they gotta do so they can
Yeah.
start doing what they doing.
It's all your technique as well. Like you, and also with Britain, like well, anything like you
Hmm.
learn as you go. So like
Yeah.
what I told you could be like the starting point, but you might go to the hair store, meet somebody else, and you might ask them, and they might give you another list of
Hmm.
products. So it's like a learning experience. So,
Stay curious. I
yeah.
said my curiosity took me far. Stay curious.
Yes.
Curiosity always wins. You ask me. I'm be honest.
Yeah.
Um, but that's it for today's episode. Make sure y'all
Yeah.
like, comment, subscribe. Thank everybody who's tuned into the movement. Actually, before we end, let the people know where to find you, your business page, all
Okay.
that stuff. Let them know
All
how to
right.
find you.
So my hair page is Aiyahnoirbeauty. It's spelled Aiyah Nor N-O wait Aiyahnoir and then beauty.
Mm-hmm.
That's my Instagram and TikTok. That's where y'all can find me. Y'all can
And
find everything
I'll make
else.
sure I'll link the TikTok, Instagram in the description. So if y'all
Yes.
are curious, how do I find her? Where do I find her? How can I message her? I put all of her business information
Thank
in the
you.
description so y'all can locate her, see all of her work, get in contact where to get y'all hair done. Whatever it
Yes.
is that y'all need. Y'all got some questions y'all want to ask about products, whatever.
Yeah,
I'll put
don't
all that in the description.
feel free to contact me. I'm not rude at all. I love to help. People comment sometime on my videos for products. I
Mhm.
respond, so I'm gonna respond.
Yeah, so make sure y'all reach out with any questions. Once again, I appreciate all of y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and y'all know the motto. We'll see y'all in the next episode, man.
Bye.